Discover how to treat fatty liver naturally. Hepatic steatosis, commonly known as fatty liver, is one of the conditions that can affect liver function as well as the other organs that depend on liver health. However, you can treat fatty liver naturally. Fatty liver is caused by the accumulation of fat in the liver cells. This could be due to poor metabolic function or the deterioration of the organ due to excessive consumption of alcoholic drinks. To begin with, when the disease is mild, it is asymptomatic. However, as it gets more serious, patients start to experience a range of symptoms that affect their quality of life. Fortunately, as well as medical treatments, there are several natural treatments that can support the recovery process without causing side effects. In this article, we want to go over some of the alert signals as well as a few home remedies to treat this condition naturally. Discover them. What are the symptoms of fatty liver? Patients with fatty liver tend to ignore the fact that they have the disease due to the lack of conclusive symptoms. Despite this, little by little the clinical symptoms do arise, giving reason to suspect the illness. Pain in the upper right side of the abdomen. Yellowish skin and eyes, jaundice. Sudden loss of appetite. Significant weight loss. Bloating and gas after eating. General unwellness. Nausea and dizziness. Natural remedies to treat fatty liver. Due to the complications that fatty liver can cause, it's important to consult a doctor if you identify several of the above-mentioned symptoms. The diagnosis can be confirmed with a blood test, ultrasound, liver biopsies. Once confirmed, the doctor will suggest radical lifestyle changes, especially in relation to diet. In general, the aim is to reverse the negative impact of the excess fat on the liver. There are several complementary natural remedies that have positive effects on the treatment. In this article, we'll share the most effective options in detail so that you can try them. Nettle and plantain infusion. Thanks to the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds it contains, nettle and plantain infusion is a great ally to stimulate metabolic function in cases of fatty liver. Ingredients. 1 teaspoon of nettle, 5 grams. One teaspoon of plantain, 5 grams. A cup of water, 250 milliliters. Preparation. First, add the nettle and plantain to a cup of boiling water. Then, cover the infusion and leave it to cool for 10 minutes. After, filter it with a strainer and drink. Method of intake. Drink a cup of this infusion after each main meal. Dandelion infusion. In alternative medicine, dandelion is valued for its detoxing effect. Thus, it's a good complementary remedy against the symptoms of hepatic steatosis. Ingredients. One teaspoon of dandelion leaves, 5 grams. A cup of water, 250 milliliters. Preparation. First, add the dandelion leaves to a cup of boiling water. Then, cover the infusion, leave it to cool for 10 minutes and then strain it. Method of intake. Drink it 2 or 3 times a day for at least 3 weeks. Green tea. Green tea is a cleansing infusion and is one of the best remedies to stimulate the metabolism of fats when experiencing liver problems. Ingredients. One teaspoon of green tea, 5 grams. A cup of water, 250 milliliters. Preparation. First, add the green tea to a cup of boiling water. Then, cover it and leave to steep for 10 minutes at room temperature. After, strain it. Method of intake. Drink 2 cups of green tea a day. Repeat the treatment for 2 or 3 consecutive weeks, until you feel an improvement.
Wow.